Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Alrighty, so I have been wanting to make this video for a minute now, but I really just haven't had the time until now to do it. So I wanted to come on here today and talk about the topic of problematic authors and the debate about whether you should read them, you should not, is it okay to, is it okay not to, all that kind of stuff. Because the people on both sides of this argument have very strong feelings, and I kind of just want to give my thoughts on it. I do. So let's get right on into it. So let's all just get on the same page right now. What exactly is a problematic author? A problematic author is basically just an author who shares beliefs, morals, viewpoints, worldviews, whatever you want to call it, that are like fundamentally different than yours, to the point where it's like you hear that they believe in something and you're just like, ew, you get the ick. Now, granted, what exactly constitutes as a problematic author varies from person to person. Like, it's going to look a little bit different for every single person because we all have a little bit of different worldviews, even if they're just like slightly different. Personally, for me, an author is problematic when they are racist, homophobic, transphobic, misogynistic, ableist, fatphobic, an abuser, a Zionist, or just someone who defends any of that stuff. Like, all of that makes someone problematic in my opinion. And it's like, do I really want to read your books? Like, do I really want to read your books? But anyway, just so we're all on the same page and we are working off of the same definition, that is what we were talking about today. And it's kind of an ever-going debate within the book community of like, should you read authors whose morals don't align with yours? Like, is that okay to do? Is that not okay to do? Does that make you a bad person if you do? Like, whatever. And the answer kind of varies depending on who you ask. Like, again, it's going to vary depending on from person to person. Like, some people are like, they hear like an author believes in something that they don't believe in, and they're like, okay, I'm swearing you off for life. I'm never gonna read anything from you again. Like, fuck off. So other people are like, I really don't give a shit. Like, as long as the book's good, like, I really don't care what the author believes in. And, some people meet in the middle somewhere on that spectrum. Me personally, I do care, but I'm also like not like looking up every single author that I read. Like whenever I want to read a book, I'm not immediately looking up the author to be like, okay, are they good? Are they good? Like, are they a bad person? Blah 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 blah. Now, I personally believe that people should be allowed to read almost whatever they want, as long as they are doing so ethically, in an ethical fashion. And we will talk about that, what that means in a second. But like, I say people should be allowed to read almost whatever they want, and keyword almost, because like there are some books where like Mein Kampf, for example, where like I don't care who you are, like if you're reading that, like I'm going to at best be side-eyeing you, if not at worst being like getting the raid and like getting you away from me, like move, get away from me, because like I don't know why you're reading like that specific thing, like but like most of the time, I feel like, people should be allowed to read whatever they want. As long as they do so ethically. And what exactly does that mean, reading something ethically when the author is problematic? What exactly does that mean? It means just not financially supporting the author in any way, shape, or form. It really, really does. It means not buying the official merch. It means not buying the books brand new from like Barnes& and Noble, Books A Million, whatever. You don't need new copies. Not buying the special editions. It means buying the books secondhand from like thrift stores or like online secondhand places like Facebook Marketplace, for example. It means getting the books from, free places like your library for free, whether it be physically or like on the Libby or Hoopla apps, something like that. Just doing what you can to not put money in that author's pocket, That's what I mean basically. Now, I know when I say like buy secondhand, go to your library, I know at least one person is going to be like, "Oh my God, I don't want to do that because of germs. Oh my God, I'm so scared of germs." No offense, bestie, but like grow up. Grow up. I'm so sorry. Like, here's the thing. If you are one of those people who is like, oh my God, I don't go to the library because of germs or whatever. Bestie, literally get a wet wipe and just clean the book. Literally, just get a wet wipe and clean the book. That like I don't know, like quit whining and just clean the damn book. Like truly, it is much better to just do that instead of like going out and buying something new and then putting money into a problematic author's bank account. Truly, 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 like you will survive. But saying all of this is one thing, but actually doing it is another. And I kind of want to give example of like how this is actually achievable. And I'm going to be using myself as an example. I'm going to be using examples from myself. I'm going to give two examples from myself because I know, I get it. I get it. There are times when like you read a book, you love it, you love the writing, you love the characters, you love the plot, you love the world, and you're like, oh my God, I want to find out what happens next. Like I'm so excited, and then you find out that the author is like racist, and it's like, oh, yeah, I don't really want to give you money anymore, but fuck, I want to know what happens next, but like, oh, I really don't want to support you anymore. So like, it's like I got you. Like, let's give some examples of like how I personally go about reading problematic authors without financially supporting them. Alrighty, so example one. Okay, I don't talk about this much, and we will get into reasons why, because it does connect to this entire video. But I'm currently doing a reread of the Harry Potter series, right? I got the urge to do it last year. I got the urge to do it last year, and I do like to see things to completion. So I'm going through all the books, and I'm currently on number five. So um, but like, have I bought any new copies of it? No. Why is that? Because I literally, own the series from before I found out that, Rowling is queen of the transphobes and, just queerphobic in general, and, uses her money to lobby anti-trans legislation in the UK. Like that's something that she does. She uses her money to impact the real world in harmful ways. So like, but like I have a copy of the series from before I knew any of that, before I knew that she was a hateful piece of shit. So literally, like I can just go reread my books that I already own and just reread those like 100 times if I wanted to, and she's never getting another penny out of me. Like she's literally never getting any more money out of me. Like, but I can still go read the books because I already own them. So that's one example of what I do. So like yeah, I've heard some people be like, oh my God, I own all these books and I really like them, but like the author's a bad person, so like I don't know if I want to keep them or not. Like, if you already own the books of a hateful author and you really like them and you feel like you probably will reread them someday, just keep them. Just keep your copies already, like so you don't have to go out and buy some more. Like literally just hold on to your copy. So that way when you do decide to do a reread of your favorite series or whatever, you are not financially supporting that author whatsoever. Example number two of something that I do, I am currently doing a read through of the Maze Runner series by James Nashner. If you don't know, the author was accused of and pretty much admitted to, in my opinion, but like he was accused of, sexual assault, which, yeah, obviously, fuck him. And, never spending a dime on his books ever again. But, like, how do I read the series if I'm not financially, if I'm not going out and buying the books? My library. Hello, my library. I literally just get on the Libby app and the Hoopla app and, read the books that way. Like, for free. For free. It's literally free, and I'm not financially supporting that man. Like, win-win, obviously, win-win. I get to save money, and he doesn't get any money from me. Exactly, exactly, exactly. So that's all well and good. We've established, how to read books by problematic people without financially supporting them. But let's talk about other ways of supporting them, namely posting online. Because, we are in the age of social media. Everybody loves to post about what they're reading, what they're going to read, what they have read. A lot of people love to do that. Hello, myself included. That's one of the reasons I made this channel. Like, I like to post about what I read. But, like, should you do that in the cases of problematic authors? Should you do that? And can you do that? Well, obviously you can because you have free will, but like, should you do that? Let's discuss. Now, I feel like this particular discussion has like three major points to it. Firstly, just for your own integrity, If you are going to post about like, oh, I've read Aquatar or whatever, and but I don't support the author. I just love the series. If you are going to do something like that, disclaim for your own integrity, like, hey, I acknowledge that this person is terrible for this, this, and this. I got this secondhand from wherever. So yeah, so like I'm not financially supporting this person, but yeah, and I acknowledge that they are a bad person. Just do that for your own integrity, so people who are just like reading your review or like watching your video don't get the wrong idea that like, oh, you must support what that author supports because you're reading them. Like you obviously support them and support what they're doing or what they believe in. Like you obviously do. So it's like, just for your own integrity, make that disclaimer. Just make that disclaimer. Like truly, truly, truly. Second of all, tame yourself. Literally tame yourself when it comes to posting. Like even if, for example, you don't support Rebecca Yarros, but like you love Fourth Wing, like you love it. It's your absolute favorite series of all time. We don't really need to see like 50 TikToks of you praising the series and praising the world and everything, all of that. We don't need to do that. Like one video being like, okay, hey, I love this. That's enough. And why is that? Why is that? Because literally, especially if you have more followers, especially if you have like a notable size platform, you will inevitably have people who watch your video or read your blog or whatever and be like, ooh, wait, you're really hyping this thing up? Oh my God, this is really, really good. I want to go read this now. And and those people who have now been influenced to give the book a try because of you are most likely not going to like do additional research or anything into like the author's problematic nature or anything or like where to find it secondhand. They're probably just going to take the easiest route and be like, okay, this person is recommending this to me, so I'm going to go buy brand new copies from Barnes and Noble. And now the goal is mute because you obviously you didn't get the book brand new and didn't financially support the author, but you've now influenced people to go financially support the author and put money into that hateful author's bank account. You see how that's a problem. You see how that's a problem. Like, yeah. And then also three, just talking in general, I think it is a good idea when you're posting, about like books by problematic people that you like. I do think it is worth considering whether this person still has a good career, whether this person still has a good sized platform and, can like benefit from the any press is good press kind of thing. Like going back to my own examples of, problematic series that I'm reading. I really don't talk about my reread of Harry Potter. I really don't. I don't include it in my monthly wrap-ups or anything. The only time that you're going to hear me talk about it, my thoughts on books 3 through 7, because those are the ones that I've read this year. The only time that you're going to hear me talk about those books is in my yearly wrap up at the end of this year. That's the first and last time you'll hear me talk about those books. But like I don't talk about them when I do read them when I finish reading them on the channel all that much. Why? Because Rowling still has a thriving career. And she still has like a massive platform that can be benefited from people keeping her name in the press and keeping her name in public consciousness or whatever. Like, yeah, even like yeah, I have like 70 subscribers, but like me still talking about her stuff, it's still keeping her name relevant. It's still keeping her name to even like the three people that watch this video. It's like, oh yeah, she still exists, like blah blah blah. Um, like it's still like, it's not a good thing to like discuss highly popular people and who are still making a lot of money from their work and can be using that money for like evil things in the real world. Like it's really, really not. Um, on the flip side of that, someone whose career is like dead in the water, like, James Dashner or whatever, someone whose career is like dead in the water, it's like, okay, who cares at this point? Like, nothing is going to revive your dead ass career. Like, again, example of James Dashner, Maze Runner guy. Nobody fucking cares anymore about him. Nobody fucking rates his shit anymore. Girl, there's literally a sequel series to The Maze Runner that is currently being published, and nobody fucking talks about it. Nobody knows that it exists. Even fans of the original Maze Runner stuff don't really know that it exists. Like that's how fucking terrible his career is doing. Like even nostalgia can't save him. Someone like me who again has like I don't know like 70 subscribers at this point, just being like, hey, I read this series at my library. It was fine. It was entertaining. That's not going to positively impact his career or in any way, shape, or form. So it's like, who cares if people talk about it? You know, like it's not positively benefiting anyone's career. It's not going to give them any more money or anything. Same thing with dead authors. You know, like authors who obviously are dead and can't benefit financially from their work anymore, it's like, okay, they're no longer here. They can't really do anything if with the positive attention that people give their works. So it's like, who the fuck cares if we talk about their work or not? Like, okay, like like I'm just so like yeah, like yeah, like dead authors, authors who have like dead careers or anything. I feel like talking about their work online, it's like no big deal. It's like who cares? Like oh well, they're not really benefiting from the little bit of press that normal people give their work online or anything. But like really popular authors who like again like Colleen Hoover, Sarah J. Maas or whatever who like can still benefit from, any press is good press, people talking about them and all that kind of stuff. Maybe just like don't talk about your love for them all that much. Like if you're someone who doesn't like them, but you like their work, maybe just like keep that offline because you don't want to keep circulating their name all over in the internet and being keeping their name in the public consciousness. It's just a thought. It's just a thought. But yeah, in summary, read what you want by whoever you want, but do so in an ethical fashion. If you find out that an author has morals or beliefs that do not align with your own, don't financially support them. Point blank, period. Buy their books secondhand from like, thrift books, your local thrift shop, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, whatever you can, or wherever you can. Get their books through the library for free. Do what you can to not financially support them. You do not need to go out and buy brand new books from anyone and everyone. Like, I promise you, you will be fine without the special edition. I promise you, you will be fine without the pretty new special edition. You don't need it. You don't need it. Go buy the regular edition secondhand. It'll be fine. You will survive. I promise you. And consider whether that author is someone who is currently popular and can benefit from people talking about them just, in the public consciousness. And if they are someone who can benefit from, any press is good press, maybe curb the attention that you give them and their work online. Maybe just curb it and keep that to yourself. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, that is all that I have to say on this topic. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on this topic and my thoughts on this topic down below. And yeah, I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.